My name is Diane, and I've been at the Potter's House since July 2009. By the grace of God, I'm here. God parted the Red Sea for me to get here. I came from a long line of destruction. Alcohol is what got my train running. I went from alcohol to crack to the man to whatever. And I ended up being homeless for years and years. And those drugs just took everything I cared anything about, my whole life. They took my family, they took my home, they took my career, they took God, they even took myself. I didn't know who I was, and I didn't know who God was when I got here. I didn't believe in anything except what that bottle was going to do for me, just give me that temporary relief. And that's all I cared about. I just didn't care anymore, and I didn't think God cared anymore. I thought I had done so much that God had just turned me over to myself. I learned a lot of the Word in jail. I've been in jails, institutions, prisons. And that was my life for so many years. I just gave up. I just surrendered to defeat. But God is so good, and He is so faithful. He loves me so much that He reached down to the pit of hell and just picked me up right where I was in the middle of my destruction. I was in jail when Lisa Hensley came to get me. My parole officer told me when she picked me up the last time, she said, "Diane, I believe you want help, and I'm going to find you a place to go." Several times I've been sitting outside behind a dumpster drinking a beer. I said, "God, please help me." And He heard my prayers from behind that dumpster. He heard my prayers every time. She locked me up around the end of June. I was suicidal. I was out at the hospital, strapped down to a table, and I made up my mind then. I said, "God, I am not going to go out like this." And He heard that prayer, because she picked me up, she locked me up, she said, "I believe you want help." She's the last person that believed in Diane Hambrick. 2 weeks later, she came to pick me up. She says, "I found you a place to go," and she brought me to the Potter's House. Ever since then, He's just been restoring my mind. He made me a promise in Ezekiel 36, 26, and 27. He's going to give me a new heart and a new spirit, and that's exactly what He's doing. A couple of months, I started having a little hope. After 3 or 4 months, I was here at the Potter's House. God delivered me a chocolate pecan pie on Thanksgiving because I had nowhere to go. Everyone was home on pass. And that was God's way of telling me, He says, "Diane, if I can take care of the little things, I can take care of the big things too." So praise God, here I am, alive and well. 6 months, fixing to graduate, the first thing I've completed in a very long time. And I give God all the glory and honor and praise.